Help a brother out. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what my favorite part about comedy is? It's subjective. That's why I do this. I love how much comedy is subjective to one's own sense of humor. So, what I think is funny might not always be as funny to you. But that's the beauty of comedy, is that it's so personal. It's the fact that the same thing that makes me laugh could make you cry. And the same thing that makes me cry could make you laugh. Just a nugget for you to think about. I just watched Dave Chappelle's Equanimity. 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 I love how he separated it because he knows a lot of my probably can't pronounce that word. It was really good. It was almost like a lot of it's like a response to like his old, almost like him responding to like everything that's been said about him since his last special. And I love that. It was almost as if he read every comment section, everything about like him, and he just responded to it. And I loved that. It was really great. And I remember how he talked about that he was in a few interviews that he felt like Donald Trump is like not doing very well for comedy because that's just like where everybody goes to. But obviously things have gotten so bad, so convoluted that he's felt that he had to give his opinion out there about him. And oh, that like blows my mind. I loved that. I feel like my friend on Twitter, Quentin, he said it best. I wish that I could just have Dave Chappelle just like give us every week like an update and just talk to us about the news. Kind of like how Trevor Noah does the Daily Show. We need Chappelle to do that. It was so he just effortlessly goes from joke to joke effortlessly with transitions, punchlines, like things that I like. I marvel at that because I'm watching an artist at work, a master at work. He even has one point where he tells a punchline before the setup of the joke, and you knew that what the punchline was going to be, but you didn't know when it was going to come. You didn't know when it was going to come, and it comes out of nowhere and literally punch line. I can sit here and gush about equanimity all I want, but you have to watch it for yourself, honestly. It's one of those things that like I wish I was there to experience because he starts to almost do self-reflection of himself as well over his own actions and his own things from his life and also from his last stand-up special. What I love about these specials that he came out with on New Year's Eve is how similar they are to the first one. You see, the first two that came out, the first one was like big and on a stage, you know, with like thousands of people in the crowd and bright lights and all that. And then the second one is a little bit more intimate. And the second one this time was even more intimate, the Bird Revelation, which I'm going to talk about in another review. But man, it was, if you haven't watched this stand-up special, it's almost like a sequel to the other stand-up specials. I've never seen a stand-up special that felt like a sequel like this one. And that's how it felt. And you felt the continuation and him like going back to certain things that he talked about before and even reflected upon his hosting at SNL and things that he said about that. There's so much thought that went into this comedy special that it's crazy to think that this is comedy and not like some kind of like serialized drama or some kind of huge like blockbuster movie. This was a sequel to his previous comedy special. And that blows my mind because you don't see that a lot. You don't see comedies. You'll see like comedians have specials and have multiple specials, but this is a sequel. And if you haven't seen the first, you'll still understand it. But you know, seeing the first one and knowing what's gone on with him in the past year or so helps a lot more, because these were shot in like 2017. That's why I felt like these were drastically different, because the first ones were shot in 2016, and it's a different world now. I'm not saying a lot has changed, but there have been a lot of changes America is undergoing right now, with tolerance and with acceptance and intolerance and things like that. And he reflects upon those things, and it allows for his comedy to shine even more, because it's almost a self-reflection, a way for us to look back and look in the mirror and look at ourselves and be like, what are we accepting? What are we settling for? What are we, just the thoughts that go through your head as you're laughing. That's where the genius part comes from, is that you're laughing throughout this entire self-reflection. Man, that's it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Equanimity. Man, it's obvious for me. It is a 10. It is a 10 out of 10, obviously, for me. This is one of the comedy specials that will go down in history as one of the best, because it's just so... It's just so... I can't even think of the word for it. It's just marvelous. It is a marvelous special, and I really hope you watch it. And let me know in the comment section. I really hope that you give me your opinion and let me know how you felt about it. Be sure to like this video, share it on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and most importantly, laugh. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Happy New Year!
Look at you walking in here looking all pretty and angry and mean and good. I know you didn't get your hair done so you could just sit down and just sit still.
Hey, we trying to have a good time tonight. Let's go, baby. Let's go.